When we first started, when I first was looking at, a program to pilot with the students with disabilities, at that time the graduation rate for students with disabilities in New York City was 6%. And that was something that I wanted to change, right? And when I started talking to you earlier, I was talking to you about a student right now who is 18 and is in 9th grade, right? And so when things like that happen, it hurts my heart because I am truly in this business for students.
My name is Joy Valley. I am with SSSL for District 29. District 29 is an urban school district located in Queens. There are approximately 28,000 students enrolled in 36 schools. Our schools comprise of 63% African Americans, 15% Hispanic Latino, 16% Asian, and 6% other. Our school district comprised of about 25% special education students. It was a feeling that our school district needed additional supports when it came to our special education students. So our administrative team decided on working with MaxScholar to support our students in sets, and we're working on expanding to our self-contained and ICT classrooms. Now let's hear from our teachers.
My name is Corinne Stevenson Griffiths. I'm from PSIS 295 in Queens. I'm basically just going to start with the data that I've analyzed based on the program. Here we have the comprehension averages for main ideas, identifying details, making inferences, making comparisons, and the vocabulary. So as you can see, all of the students combined had very high averages. There's no failing average there. Okay, so the data shows that the middle school students are doing well in their skills. These are all of the skills also that they're standardized based skills. So if you look into the standards, you'll see all of these skills mentioned in the standards as you go down the list. So that's why I appreciate the program, because I'm very into standard-based instruction. So it's aligned with that, and that's a great thing. I have one 6th grade student who went from a level 5 to 6 to 7 now, and she's a 6th grade student, but she's on level 7.
Wow.
I have another 8th grade student who has moved from 0 to 4, 5 to 6.
Wow, 6th grade levels.
Yeah. Here we also use performance series, so my students had great gains also.
Can you share it?
Yeah, sure. So my 8th grade student, he had a 2,617 in the fall. You're supposed to compare the fall score to your spring score. The middle, they don't calculate the middle. You know, this is also used for our advanced rating, so the gains help me out too, right? Because I need my advanced rating to be highly effective. So this child has 2,617 in the fall. Now he has 2,919 with a gain of 302 points.
Wow.
I also added the math scores because they made gains in math. We do know that the math state exam is a reading test.
It's all reading comprehension.
Right, so math matters in this situation as well with MaxScholar.
Okay, good morning. My name is Jessica Schlesinger. I am the SETS and IEP teacher from PS 181. So I've been doing MaxScholar since November, and I've been working with 5th graders, 2nd graders, and a kindergarten student. All of their FMP levels have gone up, some more than others, but I had students go from M to O, O to Q, T to
O to Q, wow.
O to Q, T to U, K to P, and A to D. And the A to D is a holdover kindergarten student, so everyone was thrilled to see that he is making progress and ready to go to 1st grade in September.
I'm Tara Holmes from Susan B. Anthony IS 238 Middle School in District 29. Our population is 47 set students that Mr. Joseph shares with me. We started in November, and we teach 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. So
we highlighted the students I have highlighted over here. Those are signs of definite growth. students who have gone from one level to the next. And for the most part, everyone has shown growth. But I just, Ms. Holmes and I, we indicated the kids who have shown the most growth. We had a student, his starting level was, his assignment level was level 2, and he went up to a level 3. We also have gotten back teacher feedback. And there have been times we're just walking down the hallway and a teacher may say, hey, that kid improved. What is he doing? What's going on with him? He's improved. And we've been getting a lot of that late interest in them.
Hi, I'm Susan Seta Valenza. I am at MS 356 Community Voices Middle School in Springfield Gardens, Queens. I'm a SETS provider for grades 6, 7, and 8. So the way I decided to set up the board was to showcase student work and my data. And I'm very big on visuals, so I decided to put some pictures from my actual anchor charts because a lot of my students, it was a struggle to get buy-in in the beginning. And so once I started ensuring that they saw the growth they were making with some of these anchor charts, like see how high I can jump their max reading levels, they were really invested in it a lot more. I also have another chart, MaxScholar usage data. Now that chart is a lot bigger, but when I took the picture, those were the hours that they had. So in terms of levels, so one of my students in 8th grade was on the level 5 when we started, and now when I did the recent levels, they made it to level 7. Okay? And I have a positive outlook that by the end of this school year, they'll probably be at beginning 8. Then I have another 8th grader who was on a level 4, and I recently shared this data with my principal too, so he was really happy to see that these students that are fluent readers who really just struggled with the comprehension aspect, the max reading really helped them with that. Level 4, now a level 6. 7th grader, level 3, now I wrote level 5, but prior to doing the board, it is beginning 6 because they are now moving on to the beginning 6 passages. Another one, level 4, moved to level 6. I did have a 6th grader, one of my lower readers, who struggles mostly with just vocabulary. Not so much the fluency, it's only, understanding the meanings of those words. Was on a level 1 or 2, and now she's on a level 4.
Great.
So that was one of my big...
Hi, my name is Daniella Napoli, and I'm a teacher in this school, PS 138. This year I had a SETS group that I used MaxScholar on, and they were 5th graders and 1 4th grader. Over here on the left side, I have the pre-test levels that we started out with, along with the interim that I gave this week or last week. So one student was a level 2, ended up a level 4, so went up to 2 levels. Another one was a level 4 to a level 5. My biggest one was a student named Brian who went from a level 3 to a level 7. I have another student who went from a level 2 to a level 3, and my last student went from a level 3 to a level 5. So we spent a lot of time in max reading this year, and then just on the right side I have how they finished in all the different skills when answering the comprehension questions. Sure. My one student got an 81 in comparing, but 95s in the main idea, detail, inferencing, and vocab. My next student got 100% in vocabulary, and then between 87 and 92 in the other categories. And then the student that made the most growth, and I think what really helped him is in the levels 5, 6, and I believe 7, it was definitely more interesting topics on the passages for him. He really liked the ones about the apps and the sports. So I think that definitely helps me working with that student. He got 100% in everything except for vocab, where he still got a 94%. My next student, we don't know why the little charts didn't come up, but he got between an 80 and a 90 in everything. And my last student got between an 84 and a 92 in all the categories.
I didn't know they were doing anything important, so I didn't even look at the computer. When I wanted them to write on this, what they like about MaxScholar and how MaxScholar has helped them. One of them said, Miss Nebe, I'm not the one with behavior problem, challenging behavior. She said, Miss Nebe, I'm not gonna do it, I already did mine on the computer. I said, that doesn't count. What did you do? So I said, let's finish writing. And they did this writing in just 2 periods. Imagine getting kids to write in 2 periods and copying out the 3rd period. They surprised me. When I looked at the work, I read, you'll see what they write. You'll see in the video. So
Cassidy, your turn. Please read your work.
MaxScholar helped me with my reading because when I first started, I was reading very slowly and I couldn't spell words that well. But now I can read much faster and I can spell longer words correctly. Max Words helped me by convincing me to spell and learn new words every day. Also, it helps me to try to sound out words and read fluently. I like MaxScholar because it helps me with my reading and writing. It helps me sound out long words. It has what children like. In Max Bios, they have artists that children like. We can read and learn more about them. Also, they have games that can help you with our spelling. That is why I like MaxScholar.
Very good.
Hi, my name is Sherry Atlas Millijoner, and I'm from PS 35 in Hollis. I'm a SETS teacher, and my students absolutely love MaxScholar. Some days, if we can't go on it because there's something else we have to do, like teach math, they are miserable. They are very upset with me. And when it was the state tests and we had to teach math, I had to teach math to them, they just couldn't wait for it to be over. When the state tests were over, we had a major celebration so that we could go back on MaxScholar.
There's another student, one of our 8th graders, who is graduating this year. And in the beginning of the year, she's very apprehensive of speaking in front of the class or reading in front of the class. But she found through MaxScholar and the highlighting and the phonics, not the phonics, the prefixes and the suffixes, better understanding where words come from and how they're put together, that she didn't have a problem raising her hand. And she liked hearing her voice and people asking her questions. So that really made me feel good because that came out of nowhere. She just, we didn't even go over that. But you'd be very surprised on how you touch the lives of these children, where you're just thinking you're doing the reading, but that was a confidence booster because she understood these words, she was able to parlay that into, okay, I'm going to now raise my hand.
Hi, my name is Diane Nunez. I work at Q355. I was introduced to MaxScholar in January. I took over from the previous SETS teacher, and I am currently certified to teach Wilson. What I notice about Wilson compared to MaxScholar is when I'm in an ICT class and we're working on RTI, a lot of the kids are embarrassed to come in the back of the room and tap out words and sounds. So with the MaxScholar program, the kids are excited.
Let me introduce myself again. Razim Hussain from PS 136. My demographics is majority 5th graders, a couple of 2nd graders, and one 1st grader. If you look at their pre-assessment, you see that they're performing below their grade levels. Some of them are on level 0s, the majority were on level 2. And when we do the pre-assessment for the max reading, it's the same thing. They're performing.
What grade were those children?
These are 5th graders, 2nd graders, and 1st graders. So they're all performing below. And these are the students that were struggling, that did not want to read the papers, that did not want to make an effort. Just the soul having the technology in front of them got them motivated to at least start. And as time went by, you should have seen them like proudness about themselves. Their self-confidence has improved.
Speak louder.
these kids started competing against each other. So they're like, Mr. Hussein, can we not do summary today? Can we just focus on the questions and see who does better? And we was talking about feedback earlier. I didn't have to give any feedback. They talked to each other. Oh, come on, man, why you made this mistake? You highlighted this right here. So they help each other, they improve. It's not like I did better than you. They're like, all right, next time I'm gonna try better than you. So you see the teamwork build up. So everybody just got a sense of accomplishment. I'm gonna tell a secret. I just didn't use it with the sets. I used it with the ICT kids. I used it with the ICT kids. I used it with the Gen Ed kids. I have a 5th grader that's 13 years old. Was not in the classroom last year at all. Running around the thing, got kicked off the basketball team. This year, every time he got frustrated, every time he got angry, every time he didn't want anything. Can I go to Mr. Hussein? I'm like, what's up, man? He's like, can I do the MaxScholar? I'm like, why, what happened? He's like, I'm not feeling good today in the classroom. You know where the computer is? Get it.
I am a true believer if something works well for a student that is struggling, and we're able to change the lives of the students that are struggling by putting in best practices, that is something that can be used, or a strategy or skill set that can be used with everyone. Whether it's with our gifted and talented who can now enhance or further their learning, or whether it's with our students that are struggling, that we're implementing these practices. When we implement best practices or practices that are universally designed that can benefit everyone, then we're able to reach and teach all. And as educators, that's what we want to do. We want to be able to reach and teach all. We want the children to be able to achieve unlimited possibilities, right? And so by doing that, it's really important to ensure that, one, we know our students. And when I say we know our students, we know their strengths, we know their challenges, we know their affinities,